everybody, I'm Philip.
And I'm Justin.
And together we are Pajamas. And we have another question mark video for Justin. You have no idea why we're filming.
Another surprise?
Yeah, we just finished the Cruella reaction.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to get into it. And there's something else I've wanted to show Justin for... Well, I thought it'd be a fun little series to start in between Doctor Who. Like, just in case, like, I don't want to start it just in case one of us gets sick again, and then we have to stop again. So that's why I'm kind of waiting to start season 2. But I thought in the interim, it'd be fun to show you some of my favorite movies that I've had in my life. And so, have you ever heard of a movie called Serial Mom?
No.
Awesome.
I've never heard of it. I didn't even know that it existed.
Awesome. So I would like to show you that movie.
Right.
So, yeah. Let's watch one of my favorite movies.
Hillside Strangler gets his college degree in prison.
That's not
Nice.
good. We all have our bad days.
You probably date him.
Oh, this is our son Chip and our daughter Misty.
Hi.
I should warn you, this note contains language.
Oh my.
No, son. This is a matter for adults.
Officers, I have never even said the P word out loud, let alone I've written it down.
Hello?
Is this the cocksucker residence?
God damn you. Stop calling here.
Isn't this 4215 Pussy Way?
You bitch!
Now let me check the zip code. 212, fuck you.
Police are tracing this call this very minute.
Well, Donnie Hinkle, then why aren't they here, huh, fuckface?
Fuck you! Beverly, you home? Didn't I just say fuck you?
I beg your pardon. I understand you're having problems with an obscene phone caller.
Yes, I am. But this is driving me crazy. I've had my number changed twice already.
What exactly does this sick individual say to you?
Cocksucker, that's what she calls me.
Listen to you, filthy mouth, you fucking whore!
God damn you!
Motherfucker!
Cocksucker!
Beverly? Rosemary?
Hard as he can.
Well, some teenagers just aren't college material. There's stuff on her. It's nothing to cry over.
God.
Tell me, did Chip torture animals when he was young?
No, he did not. Mr. Stubbins, we are a loving and supportive family.
I'd recommend therapy for your son. Thank you for taking the time to come to PTA.
I'm happy too. We just want you to be happy.
So happy I could shit.
Chip, you know how I hate the brown word.
38 years old.
Whoever did this should get the death penalty.
So far, only one eyewitness has surfaced. Young lady, what did you see? She turned in.
Oh, look at her
Blood
hair.
was all over the place, and she ran her in or
Turn
ran
it off,
back.
please.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, get it! Honey! I'm ready! No!
But your boyfriend was convicted of killing 12 people. I don't judge him. I just don't get it. I mean, how can you love a mass murderer?
Easy. He's handsome, he's famous, and we get conjugal visits.
Serial hags.
Violence is everywhere these days. Oh, it's just Beverly. Come in, Beverly.
Are those pussy willows?
Dried ones.
What did you just say?
Pussy willows, Dottie.
Oh, my goodness. What are you doing?
Always something, isn't it? Can I help you? Thanks for not buying anything.
Misty, honey.
She's saving $3.
I'll take this instead.
Oh, this is a nice one, huh?
Honey, please. Oh, I bet you should.
Scotty thinks you're the killer.
Does he? You know, for somebody who doesn't wear his seatbelt, Scotty sure is nosy. Oh, just a second.
My dessert?
Dr. Sutphin said no sweets for you.
Yeah, well, what's he know?
How to send a bill.
I'm going in. Over.
Bring it down there, bring it down!
Boys, courage!
Sterners.
Oh, it's a shame. They should brush their teeth, shouldn't they?
This just in. She, that's right, she has been identified as Beverly R. Sutphin of 2815
really?
Copper.
Don't worry, honey. We're going to get you good psychiatric help.
Punishment is already the law in the state of Maryland. So what are we waiting for, fellow Christians? Let's just do it.
It's a strange sermon.
All standing. Amen. Amen.
Hey, Misty. Just a couple of shots, okay? I'm Hal Hawkins from the Baltimore Sun.
Hi, Howell.
Misty Sutphin, get in this car!
Why?
Because it's the rules.
I don't feel like rewinding them.
$2.99 plus $1 is $3.99.
Keep the change, you son of a psycho. Come on, let Mommy's feet. Get 'em all wet. And the sorrow. The bears. Tomorrow. Say that until tomorrow.
Rewind! Where? Your seatbelt! It's the law! Scotty. Oh my God. Get in! Buckle up, Scotty!
She is a monster.
Defense attorney, your opening statement for the jury? And let's not take all day either.
No one really knows Beverly Sutphin. You see...
It was her, Beverly Sutphin, sitting right there.
Now, you mean to tell me that the day I came over to Mrs. Ackerman's, you were not drinking?
One beer with lunch is hardly drinking.
You admit you just lied.
No, I don't, bitch.
Watch your mouth, Mrs. Hinkle.
Did you see that? She just said fuck you to me.
Let the record show I am merely standing here.
No, I'm not, you motherfucker. Cocksucker! You lousy pig fucker! You bitch! You ugly whore! Did you sign it to a future serial, Mom?
Sure. You think she did it?
Yet last night we found in your trash can this magazine chicks with dicks.
But I legend.
And they were your scissors that were found in Mrs. Sterner's stomach, weren't they?
Yes.
Do you recycle?
No.
They're entitled to see Mrs. Sutphin's handiwork.
Oh, I loved you in Three's Company.
No further questions.
Mr. Marvin Pickles!
Be right out.
The defense rests also.
We find the defendant not guilty of all charges.
Mr. Sutphin, can I ask you a question? Did the system work? Do you think it worked? You can't wear white shoes after Labor Day.
That's not true anymore.
Didn't your mother ever tell you?
Please. Fashion has changed.
No, it hasn't.
Okay, small cereal, Mom.
Suzanne Silvers, this is my bad sign.
That was impressively hilarious.
Cool, I'm glad you liked it. There's always a certain, like, heart races, because I'm just like, I know how much I like this film. I'm just like, oh man, I hope you like this. I know, like, you of course find different things funny, obviously. Like, everyone, has a different sense of humor and whatnot. So things that I might find funny, you might not find funny. So it's like, we've watched stuff before where we didn't agree on like, I thought something was really funny, and you were like, eh. So I was like, oh my god, please just see how over the top and ridiculous this is and appreciate it.
I do.
Good, I'm glad. Kathleen Turner, who played Sorrel Mom, was perfectly cast. One thing I think gets ignored a lot in this movie is just the little things. Like, just her facial expressions. Like, she'll just be like she'll just turn the switch on. And I think Kathleen Turner is one of those actresses who just, unfortunately, does not really get the credit she deserves. She's a good actress. And she was, like I said, perfectly cast for this. I can't imagine anyone else playing this role and just doing it like she did. Because she always had this kind of, like, badass edge to her as an actress. And I think she was kind of ahead of her time. As far as, like, the term, I guess, nowadays is, like, having lady balls. When a woman has, like, that confident, like, I don't want to say machismo, but just kind of, like, swagger about them. And swagger isn't, like, a male thing. But, like, women aren't supposed to, they aren't seen. They're not supposed to, you know what I mean? Like, women aren't portrayed.
Powerful women.
Yeah, they're not portrayed as powerful and, badass. They are now, but this is 1994. Like, this is a villainess I can get behind. Like, there's I think she was in a movie called War of the Roses, which is just great movie from, I think it was the 80s. She just nailed it. And I've seen this movie so many times. Like, I had it on VHS, then later DVD. I sold it when I got the John Waters collection, which is like a collection of, like, DVDs of his movies, which then I lost in my going out of business sale with the X.
How much is this actually based on?
I don't think
real
so.
crime scene?
I think it was like a mockumentary kind of.
I was wondering about that because I really like how it made it look like it was something.
Yeah, like a true crime kind of thing. And I can't give enough kudos to Kathleen Turner. Like, she just made this film just so good. So good. When she's driving down the street in the van, she's like, when she sees her family, she just goes back to driving.
Oh yes, she really knows how to stay in character.
It was just so good. Like, she just goes from, like, smiley housewife to evil serial killer to smiley housewife. Like, boom, boom, boom. Or when she's having dinner, she's like, oh, I need to go kill somebody. I'll be right back. She just walks out of the kitchen and gets in her car and drives away.
I really enjoyed it.
What were some of your favorite moments?
Well, actually, what you mentioned, how she was able to immediately switch from one mood to the next. When going from one mood to the other, she's able to stay in character.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's very impressive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she did it so well. Without feeling like she was overacting it or hamming it up. Like she played it very
Yes, that's very true.
Yeah, just played it like very just understated, but it was there because the film starts and you think she's just this like kind of eccentric, housewife, and then she runs over a teacher. Anything else from it that you found that you said it was hilarious or something? Were there any parts that stuck out?
Well, yes, how she was able to manipulate the courtroom.
That was funny, yeah.
There was also the chase scene that she was doing in that van.
Mm-hmm. What about when she killed the lady when Annie was playing?
Oh, yes. She thought of the knife, but then changed her mind and decided to kill her with meat.
And she did it to the beat.
Yes.
And was singing the song as she was doing it.
And indeed, you really should rewind those things.
Yeah.
Well,
rewind! There's so many good one-liners.
That could have been a very good public service announcement.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That Blockbuster could have done to rewind.
Or else, having worked in a video store for many years. Yeah.
Did you get that frequently?
Oh, yeah. We had rewinders like on the counter just to rewind the stuff.
Did you ever have to actually charge?
No.
Because that seemed new to me. I was wondering if that was even a thing. Did such a thing ever exist?
I mean, that was like a local video store, so they may have. I mean, if you have your own business, you can do whatever you want. And like legal, I mean, within the law, obviously. Legally, you could do that. Like you can, I wouldn't see why not. It's like if you go to like a fast food place and you want to add more toppings to your thing, it's going to cost you more. But you can do that.
Oh, yes.
You're
like at Chipotle when they have to charge extra for the guacamole.
It's like you're charging for convenience, or in this case, you're charging for inconvenience.
There's one interesting character trait of hers. She seems to get angry very easily.
Yeah, she gets
over
irritated.
Very trivial things, although it's done in a way that it does make the film very hilarious. I would wonder, though, what motivation, I know that that's part of how absurd it is, but I would wonder, of the motivation, at least these other historical serial killers, they actually had some sort of motivation.
Well, her motivation was just like the proper way to do things. And if it's deemed improper to her, then she takes offense to it. And she has to right that wrong by killing them.
To make a shining reference, she needs to correct them.
Yeah, exactly.
I was worried, though, about her doing it in a way that was a bit amateur, because she would have left, although it was the 1990s, so maybe there were some things forensically that she could have been able to get away with.
No, that's how they caught her. They caught her fingerprints from the books, and they matched them to the weapons.
And she seemed to be an avid reader of such things, so I was wondering if maybe she would have known what and what not to do during those incidents, and thus she would have been able to more easily get away with a crime.
Well, it's almost like a crime of passion, because she's so passionate about what she believes is the right way to do things. And in crimes of passion, there's rarely logic. Like, there's rarely logic in. So I think she was just like tunnel visioned. Like, she would change. She'd be like, no, smiling. When she done that was just boom. She was laser focused. When she's like, I need to go kill this person or these people.
Then again, I suppose that if you're going to be a serial killer, that you have to make room for madness.
I mean, she killed Scotty in front of everyone, like in front of that entire crowd at the concert, and then the lady blew like alcohol on him and made him on fire more. I mean,
yes, I was wondering if they noticed that. I would have wondered if the singers, one of them, would have said, this isn't part of the show. But actually, they went along with it quite well.
I mean, logically, she should be an accessory to murder. She made the fire bigger. But this is a satirical take on the notion of a serial killer who happens to also just be an everyday mom.
Could also probably be a social commentary on the glamorification of serial killers.
Yeah.
They were immediately, during the case, selling merchandise.
Yeah, it's very much almost kind of like, look how absurd this is. Like, just celebrating the absurdity of this almost like worship of, because she was being painted as an anti-hero or an anti-heroine. Like, she was.
Despite that, she wasn't doing anything, she wasn't fighting for any sort of justice, righting some sort of injustice, righting some sort of wrong, at least in her mind.
Yeah, well, yeah. And then other people were seeing her as this like figure either being framed by the system.
Yes, like
or,
the superstar did.
Right, or someone that is being held in reverence, like the women who were buying some of the merchandise. She's a hero in different ways to different people.
She had the nerve to do something that they couldn't do because in their point of view, they're too much of cowards to do it. But she had the nerve.
But as far as motive, like she killed the teacher because he was very disrespectful to her family. So she took offense to that.
And it was in daylight. Mm-hmm. So there could have easily have been the possibility of someone seeing it happen.
A lot of her murders were in daylight.
Yes,
like
indeed.
She like I said, she just got tunnel visioned, and because then she killed the one that stood up, the daughter.
Oh yes.
Well, she killed him because she saw him at the flea market with another woman and knew how upset the daughter was. Also, props to Ricky Lake for playing like, hi. Like it was just so well done. Everyone did so good.
She seemed to be doing very well for herself, recuperating from that breakup.
Yeah, she just found guy after guy after guy. And then the son is actually Shaggy in the live-action Scooby-Doo movies.
Oh.
In case you ever saw those. Mm-hmm.
I recognized Mr. McCoy. Well, the dentist. He's in Law and Order.
Ah, okay.
The serial killer's husband was the only actor that I recognized.
Mm-hmm. Then when she was walking in, like I think if they had defended her husband instead of putting him down, like they did when they were talking, because she was like. Because like they said something nice potentially, and then said the negative thing, and she was like, she went in. So I think if they hadn't done that second part, maybe she just would have left. Maybe the that that haze that comes over her would have been lifted, and she'd have been okay. And then there was the lady who got killed with a leg of lamb during Annie, but she was rude and called him a son of a psycho. So
and disgusting, by the way.
Yeah, that might be the thumbnail. Just your face.
And what was the next one?
So we had first one, the boyfriend, the dentist couple, or not the people that were at the dentist office. Then Scotty, he saw her, so she had to type that loose end.
Yes,
and she didn't like him anyway. She was just, I guess, tolerant of him because he was friends with her son. So if you think about it, like everyone in her mind had a reason. They were disrespectful or they were rude. The one you really can't defend is the last one, the juror who got killed for wearing white shoes after Labor Day. And if she'd just not done it one time, I think she would have been able to live.
It is a very interesting way of looking at things through her eyes.
Yeah. Like she's not going to stop.
I really liked it that they were able to show the film in a way that it's being shown from her point of view to better understand why she does the things that she does.
Right. Yeah, she's the main character that we follow. So, yeah, we get her motivations and we watch her weave in and out of these situations and then get herself a not guilty verdict at the very end.
Yes, I know that it's supposed to be comedic, but I would have still suspected that she would have been a bit more tactful. I do understand why she did the things that she did, but I would also think that maybe she should have been a bit more strategic with doing away with them.
I would think if anything was going to be the something that sticks out like a sore thumb, it'd be the way she handled the witnesses at the trial. To me, that's a little more on the edge of ridiculousness than the fact that she was sloppy and just had, she was just following her bloodlust. Do you recycle? No, I don't. And then that's the end. Like that just ruined her entire character as a witness. Apparently. And then the guy, she's opening and closing her legs, flashing him. The old beeve.
And somehow no one else is noticing.
Exactly. Yeah.
I do see the absurdity.
Yeah. So it's kind of it's silly, but so far, if I think if people are going to nitpick the movie, that's the part to me more. You're totally right. She was very, very careless, but I think the trial was a little more. It's just she's juror number 8 wearing white shoes after Labor Day. She's like, she's like, look, because it was that important to her. It was that big of a deal. She had to stop her own murder trial to let her attorney know. He could do anything about it. And to age myself, I saw this when it came out. And fell in love with it immediately. And I think this is the second or third John Waters film that I had seen in my life. But this is the one that made me a huge fan. I thought this was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The writing was good. As I said, so many one-liners. Like, this is a movie, like, you could remake it, but it just wouldn't be the same.
Yes, I wouldn't recommend remaking.
Exactly. Like, it just wouldn't be the same. You could find someone to play a good serial mom, but they wouldn't be Kathleen Turner. You know, she was the ace in the hole for this movie. As you said, we followed her story.
She even had the perfect hairstyle.
Exactly.
For it.
Exactly, yeah. The way she dressed, her hair, just everything.
Being the perfect stereotypical mother in the American New England area.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sad that she gets lost in the annals of time in getting her due. Because there's no one like her. There's no one like her back then. And even now, like, you could find actresses who have that edge to them. But no one did it like her. Like, I'm a huge Kathleen Turner fanboy. I am. I think she's fantastic. I think if I were ever going to do drag, I would go in drag as Kathleen Turner. Like, you can have Cher and your Madonnas and all this. I'll go as Kathleen Turner from Serial Mom.
At least you wouldn't be a clone of everyone else in the party.
That's true.
Because, well, think about how many people would want to dress like the others.
Yeah, yeah.
There would be too many. They would say, oh, another one, go over there at that table with the others.
There'll be a contest later. But no, that was what was interesting to me growing up. You know, in the time that I did, is just everyone looked up to the same people, you know, from our tribe. They all looked up to the same, you know, Madonna, Cher, and that was never my thing. Someone like Kathleen Turner is so much more badass and awesome. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I like Madonna. I do. I grew up with her. Like, she was a fucking hit-making monster for years. Cher, you can take it later. But I don't know, Kathleen Turner just has that, I don't know. It's just, I can't say anything more without repeating myself. If you grew up in the 80s and the 90s, then maybe you understand what I'm trying to say. And I don't mean like we're like a kid in the 80s. And I mean, if you grew up like in the 80s and the 90s like I did, I hope you understand. There was no one like Kathleen Turner. That's why she stuck out, because there was no one like her. She was just this badass, like, take no shit woman with just lady balls, as I said earlier. She was one, like, because back in the day, you know, women weren't seen as equal to men. And,
but they definitely knew how to play as dirty.
No, not that.
Well, what the film is trying to show, that you can have a villain like that one would expect a male role to play.
Oh, yeah. Well, even in the movie, they were like, and it's a woman, Beverly Sudfin, like when they were driving to church. But what I'm trying to say is Kathleen Turner wore the pants, metaphorically, back in the day. Because especially when women didn't really do that or weren't allowed to do that. Kind of, I don't want to say she's like a modern day Betty Davis, but she just had that take no shit, hard edge to her. Just, I don't know, she just brought a certain presence about her that not many other people did, male or female. And as an actress, as a female, to me, she always stuck out when I was little watching her movies. And I thought she was great. And I'll probably sound like the biggest fucking weirdo right now. And I'm certainly not trying to sound sexist. I'm just trying to talk about how the times were. I'm like, back in my day. I'm that old now. I'm that old. Well, I hope I don't sound sexist either, because I don't mean to. But it was a sexist time. You know, women were objects or objectified. And, you know, in the 80s were a sleazy time. They were ugh. You know, people could there was no accountability. We hear horror stories from Hollywood back then. And so you have someone like Kathleen Turner who's like, bring it. Gotta respect that. And even as a kid, I was always drawn to that powerful badass. And yeah, so I was hoping that you would like her portrayal. I was hoping that you would.
I do. I especially appreciate how she was able to ingeniously try to make up for, if anything went wrong, how she would be able to fix it. Or make up an excuse for what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So she was also, in addition to being mad, she was also quick thinking and ingenious about it.
Oh yeah, like when she went to go kill the dentist patient and his wife. She had strawberries when she came back. Like she
had to account for her whereabouts somehow.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. So I hope I don't sound like a weirdo or anything else when I talk about her. It's just I don't really get to gush about actresses. Like, I mean, there are actresses I respect, but she's one of the people I think falls under the radar and really shouldn't, because she deserves so much more praise than she gets. And I thought she did great. Like, when I heard she was cast in this, I was like, I was so excited to see it. And then she just, nailed it. Just nailed it like I knew she would. Maybe one day you'll see me on this channel in drag as Kathleen Turner from Serial Mom.
Maybe.
Anything else you'd like to add, or?
No, I'm only happy that you showed this film to me.
Good. Glad you liked it. This is the first endeavor in me showing Justin movies from my growing up period that I love. So this will be a little series that we revisit, definitely. Like, I already know what the next one is.
I definitely like to see it. So far, it's definitely a good start.
Cool. Of course, there's always going to be that, God, I hope you like it. God, I hope you like it. I hope you like it. Or I hope you like something about it. Like, just that kind of thing. Like, you don't have to like it like I like it, of course. But I hope that you, like, appreciate it in your own way.
Well, in this one, I certainly did.
And then also keep in mind, this is, almost 30 years old? This is, and it holds up. I think it stands the test of time.
Which does give it, I suppose, in a way, in its own sense, a type of classic. Not classic as in those old film reel classics, but classic in that all of these many different things, like those paperback books that sometimes you may see in department stores, that people will look at them, they'll simply to waste the time, but they aren't going to eventually make their way into every library around the world,
right,
or even around the country. But there are some that do stick out and do withstand the test of time, and hence the classics that were read or seen then, and the ones not too long ago that were read or seen. And it's still here, which shows that, yes, it's definitely so far on its way to being a classic.
A lot of John Waters movies fit that mold. Now, after this, I personally think he didn't lose it. He was still making good movies, but this was just everything wrapped up in a nice little bow. But he's done stuff in the past that was also really good. And I watched this stuff after this as well, but it just kind of became almost a little try-hard. And this just felt effortless. I don't want to say any names of anything else just because we ever watched them. I want to be a surprise. But yeah, to me, this is just...
Would you call it his magnum opus?
No, I would not. No, I wouldn't go that far. He has... I don't think I could just pick one of his movies. This is my favorite, personally, of his movies, but I enjoy his other movies as well. I might have to do a video on that where I rank the John Waters movies.
Yes, I would actually like to know. I probably have not heard of them, but if you were to sell a set of discs of the top 5 of his works, and I would like to know where on that list it would be. And, well, if something is on a higher level than that, well, it must really be something.
Oh, and worth noting, he's an openly gay man, the director.
I'm proud of him.
Yeah, he broke a lot of molds. He didn't even break. He just kind of carved his own niche in Hollywood. He was almost like a rebel. Like, he just made his own kind of genre. This is him more proper, more polished. His older stuff, some of it could scar you. It's pretty out there. I think I have gushed enough over this movie. If you have seen Serial Mom out there in Videoland, what do you think of it? What is your favorite scene, if you have one? I don't know if I could pick. Because there's so many good ones. I think the whole scene with Annie, the whole scene is just so well done. So that's probably up there. And as far as one-liners and stuff, and then expressions and moments, I can't pick. There are too many. Happy to have had the chance to show it to you, and I'm glad you liked it, and yay.
One thing that also stands out to me was at the beginning, when a serial killer was mentioned about killing people, and she said, many people have their off days.
Yeah. Well, we all have our bad days, dear.
And, yes.
Well, she was so focused on that fly, which it just gave you the example of her hyper focus, her tunnel vision.
it definitely indicated to me that this was definitely going to be a very interesting film.
Good. Yeah, I was wondering how long it would take you for you to pick up that this wasn't quite what it was portrayed as. That's why I didn't tell you anything other than I was like, have you seen this? You said no. Well, let's watch it. Awesome.
And indeed, for the first minute or two, it definitely seemed like it's a colorized version of something that I would see in the 1940s or 50s of domestic life. That it's overly staged to the point that I highly doubt that even if you were to look in a random house of somebody at that time that you'd even see that.
Yeah. So her saying that was the first indication to you that something was a little...
There's something phony happening. And then, oh, right there's the real you.
Nice. That's cool. That's cool. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to add? All right. I've enjoyed this chat.
Indeed, so have I.
Well, that's going to wrap this one up. I'm sure we'll probably continue to have conversations over the course of time about this because more stuff will come up or you'll think of something or I'll think of something. So as always, I don't have a fancy outro. So I'll simply say thank you for watching and we will see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Daybreak. If you only believe it can be daybreak. Ain't no time to grieve cause it's daybreak. If you only believe and let it shine, shine, shine all around the world. Sing it to the world. Sing it. Sing it to the world. Sing it. Sing it to the world. Let it shine, shine, shine all around the world.